Hello, it's the RC Renegade. I found a failing tensioner on my 2014 Honda Civic Si. Let's get into the details right now. This is the old tensioner assembly. We believe this was original to the vehicle, which is a 2014 Honda Civic Si. My car has 105,000 miles on it, so we just passed the 100,000 mile mark. You can see this all looks original to the vehicle. The metal looks pretty worn. You can see it's grayed from over time, and you can see the difference between where the screw was with the shine and the old metal. There are a few things you have to watch out for on these old tensioners. One, there's a spring inside of here, and over time these springs will wear out and the tension will become less as that spring wears out. With this being original to the vehicle, I don't know the condition of this spring, but it's 11 years old at the time of filming, and so for my peace of mind, I just wanted to change this out. The belt was cracking, and so because the belt was cracking, we knew we needed to replace the belt. So while they had everything apart, I said, hey, if you could just change out this tensioner, that would be good. Check out the condition of the pulley here. Let me show you. As you can see, this is the pulley in front of us, and look at all this buildup on the pulley itself. This here is actually like sediment buildup from years worth of use. You can see how worn the actual roller assembly looks. Just years worth of grime. You can see it's actually raised above the pulley itself. Look at that. Everything still worked, but if this tensioner failed, I would be stranded, and that is not good. When the mechanic removed this tensioner, he showed me that it's a good thing we replaced it. The bearing was starting to come loose. So if I grab this pulley, I can actually wiggle it a little bit with my fingers. You can see how that moves back and forth? That is the sign of a failing bearing that is starting to fail. If I spin this, it actually sounds nice and smooth, but that's because this is not under load. If it was under tension and under load, this would start making noise, and you would know that this is starting to fail. If I wiggle this back and forth, that is a telltale sign that this bearing is starting to fail. Another sign that this tensioner is showing its age, look at the amount of grime on the inside of this pulley here. Like all around here is all grime and dirt just from years worth of buildup. I used a napkin to remove some of the grime from the inside of this pulley here, just along the inside here, and you can see that is years worth of buildup. That just shows the age of this tensioner assembly here. Another thing you'll notice, if you look over here, first there's a whole bunch of grime buildup along here that you can see, but inside of here the metal is actually pitting, and that is another sign of its age. So just for my peace of mind, it's a good thing that we remove this tensioner pulley, because as I mentioned before, this bearing here is failing. It's becoming loose, and the mechanic said it's actually a good thing that we replace this. Here's a view of the back side of the assembly. You can see the metal does look pretty worn overall. You can see into the spring assembly right in there. And yeah, it definitely shows its age. We replaced it with the OEM Honda parts, and I am very pleased with the results. Here is the OEM Honda parts number if you need to order a replacement. As always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more videos.